Hi, it's Serena from highlyrecommendedbooks.com, and I am here today to tell you why I love and why I highly recommend The Soul Summoner by Elicia Hyder. Now, this is the first book in a series of 9 books, which is something that I love when I find a book in a series. And if I love the first book, I kind of feel confident that I'm going to love the other books in the series. So not only will you love this book, you've got 8 more to read, which I think is a win-win-win. This story is considered to be in the paranormal urban fantasy genre, but it's also a murder mystery. So you really get a good melding of the two genres, and the two genres really work together well here because the paranormal abilities allow the title character and characters to solve the murder mystery. Now, the characters are Sloane Jordan, title character, because the book is actually called a Sloane Jordan story. Sloane is a soul summoner, the soul summoner, and she has the ability to bring people to her if she thinks about them. So bring them to her in a physical sense, but also she has the ability in a sort of emotional sense to bring people into her so that people who meet her just like her. They respond well to her and they want to help her out. There are 2 other principal characters. Warren Parrish, he has some paranormal abilities as well, and Detective Nate McNamara. He is not a paranormal, does not have any extra abilities, but he's a police detective, so he's got education and experience in how to conduct an investigation. And what the 3 of them are doing is working together to investigate a series of murders. The murders are of young women, and they span more than a decade, and none of their bodies have ever been found, but they've all gone missing and no word ever heard from them again. It's as if they just disappeared off the face of the earth. So the 3 of them, Warren, Nate, and Sloane, work together. They have a love triangle going on, which complicates things, but ultimately they're able to work it out and continue their friendships with each other. Sloane and Nate and Warren have a real bond between them, which is one of the reasons that I really liked this book. The friendship and the bond were really rang true for me. Now, there is a sexual element to the book, not in the sense of a throbbing manhood, but just in a real emotional bond between 2 people, which I also really enjoyed. The 3 of them are able to work together. They end up in some dangerous situations. They are able to figure out who the murderer was. And this is really brilliant on Elicia Hyder's part. It's a character that we are familiar with, but you just never would have guessed who it was. So I highly recommend this book to anyone who loves a really fun murder mystery. It has a sort of youthful vibe to it, but that didn't put me off in any way. And when I say youthful vibe, you know, they're going to beer fests and just running around and having a really good time. And I think that the characters are probably, you know, in their 20s or early 30s, but that didn't define the book. It just made it really fun to read. Another reason I highly recommend this book is that Elicia Hyder has a very active fan club called Hyder Nation. And she has all sorts of interesting things that she does for the fans of her books that also really endeared the whole her and her books and her club to me. So I highly recommend this book. And again, I'd hope that you would sign up for my email list. My email list will get you in a lottery once a month where I give away a box filled with really great new books and blankets and mugs and things like that. So sign up, keep checking back for my next review. I release one once a week, usually on Saturdays, and have a great day and keep reading.